When I was a kid, I loved hot chocolate, but I liked it just because it was sweet. But I never actually had really good hot chocolate. Nobody ever made it from scratch. We used brands like Ovaltine, or there was something with a Swiss Miss, I think it was Swiss Miss instant cocoa, and it was thin because we'd make it with water. Like there was supposed to be milk powder in it already. Anyway, it turned me off to hot chocolate as an adult, but then I discovered in Paris, I discovered Angelina hot chocolate. Now, Angelina hot chocolate is another world. It's thick, it's rich, it was really sweet, and it was so satisfying. But I remember drinking like the whole little pitcher. They give you a pitcher. I drank that whole pitcher, and I felt so good after having it. So I wanted to make my own Angelina kind of recipe. And even though I don't, okay, there was also when I was living in Italy, the Italians made really rich, delicious hot chocolate, but they used cornstarch. Anyway, all of this is to say that I created my own hot chocolate recipe, and I want to share that with you because I think it's really delicious and I think you're going to absolutely love it. But here's the thing. Hot chocolate, and especially the hot chocolate recipe that I'm going to give you, is not for children, okay? This is not something I would ever serve a child. And it's not that it has booze in it. It doesn't have any booze in it, but it's an adult recipe. You'll see why. So for me, I think that this is an incredible ritual that you would want to create. For me, it brought vibrancy and love to my mornings, and I want to share that with you. So for midlife women, hot chocolate can be a powerful morning ritual that supports your nervous system, opens your heart, and helps you start your day from a place of pleasure instead of stress. So let me tell you why. First of all, cacao is magical. It is a magical fruit. It contains flavonols. So those are natural antioxidants that help your body release these incredible, are they hormones? Well, serotonin. There are these chemicals that we have in our body naturally. So it helps you release serotonin, endorphins, phenylethylamine, tryptophan, and anandamides. And these are all happiness neurotransmitters. So endorphins are natural pain relief. Phenylethylamine is that chemical that we release when we fall in love. And tryptophan helps to calm you and bring you to a place of rest. Anandamide is, am I saying it right? Anandamide. Yeah, anandamide is what they call the bliss molecule. So look, this isn't really woo-woo. It's actual chemistry. So cacao literally helps your body produce chemicals that make you feel good. For midlife women, we're already going through stuff. We're dealing with anxiety, mood swings, and it's really easy in midlife to be disconnected from pleasure. So cacao can be incredibly supportive. It opens your heart, it softens the edges around life, and it helps you feel more connected to yourself. But here's the thing, it's not just about the drinking of your cacao and your hot chocolate. It's about making it a ritual. So when you make hot chocolate from scratch, you have to be present. You can't multitask. You actually have to stand at the stove and stir it. You gotta stir it up. And you have to pay attention. And it's that presence that makes it potent. It's that presence that makes it powerful. So here's how I make mine. I take 2 tablespoons of high-fat cocoa powder. So I use Berry's Extra Brut because it's 22 to 24% fat, which supports a ketogenic diet, which I love, and it brings incredible richness to your cup of hot cocoa. So then you're going to add 2 cups of sugar-free hazelnut milk. I use also a teaspoon and a half of hazelnut oil, which just brings even more hazelnut flavor. I add a teaspoon and a half of coconut oil and then a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, and a dash of salt. That salt is really important because it brings up all that flavor and it's a big contrast to the sweetness, and it's really, really good. The last thing, so here's where it stays ketogenic. I add stevia at the end. I don't cook with the stevia in the pot. I add it to the hot cocoa at the end. And that's really important. So the way you have to do it is you have to put the milk in the pot first, and you have to add the oils and let them warm. Then you add the cocoa powder very slowly, and you have to be stirring constantly. So when you do that, the cocoa can actually melt in and blend very nicely. Then you add the vanilla and you add the salt. And then once it's good and warm, you don't let it boil, you just let it get right below the boiling point. And then you pour it into your mug and you add the stevia. Now, I think that you should heat your cup first. I always heat my cup because it keeps the cocoa warm for a longer time. Okay, no, I have to admit it does not take me a long time to drink my hot cocoa. Sometimes I actually suck it down and it's gone in like 5 minutes because it's so warming and it's so soothing. It's such a great drink. So let me get back on task. So the thing that's important to understand about this as a ritual is that while you're making your cocoa, you should be present. Don't think about your to-do list. Don't think about what everybody else needs. Just make your hot cocoa and understand that you're doing something that's really delicious and it's for you, right? That's what makes this a ritual instead of just throwing together a recipe. You're actually choosing yourself first. You're giving yourself pleasure before you give yourself away to the world. And I think this ritual really taught me something important. I don't have to earn pleasure. I don't have to work hard for it. I can start my day with something that feels luxurious and loving. And that act of self-devotion makes everything else in my world better. So if you're a midlife woman and you've been putting everyone else first, if you've been running on empty, and if you've forgotten what it feels like to actually choose yourself, try this ritual. It takes about 7 minutes to make it. A cup of hot chocolate. Do that just because you want to give your body something good. You want to give your mind something good. And you know that if you feel good, everyone else is going to do well around you. If you're carrying that vibration of love, you're gonna emit love. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. So start it with pleasure and presence. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about how I take care of myself, I created the Midlife Reinvention Roadmap, and you can download it for free. There's a link in the comments and in the description of the video. All right, my name is Crystalline Bell, by the way, and I'm a life coach, and I help women in midlife really step into their power. I help you heal, discover your vision, and then monetize that vision. Can't wait to meet you. All right, bye for now. Bye, friend.